Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Brandon Wynn, back with Critical Failure. So, we are on the GithYanki Supreme Commander. I almost did not say that correctly. So, gonna read, like I usually do, straight from Mornicane Stoma Foes, so you guys can see what Mornicane himself wrote on them. Surprisingly very little. I guess the Gith, excuse me, that was weird. I guess the Gith are kind of secretive on their abilities and stuff, so Mornicane is not able to get all of the info that he needs. I guess. I'm not sure. Not Mornicane, nor one of his writers. So, let's get right into it, alright? The Supreme Commanders lead the GithYanki armies, each one commanding 10 Kithraks, who in turn lead the rest of the forces. Most Supreme Commanders ride red dragons into battle. I read that because I just did its optional things like a minute ago because I didn't do it while I was at work. I did some other ones, which that was for the Kobold Press. Getting off subject, but just did this, right? When I read that they rode red dragons, I was like, I'm not going to make the optional abilities all about red dragons. I promise you I did. Every single one of the optional attacks or abilities are completely about red dragon. Not anything about the GithYanki Supreme Commander. It's all about its red dragon companion, because for some reason they didn't include that, because they often do it, and they didn't think it would be smart to have this large box. Let me stop talking out of my ass. I might have. I think I read it. Yeah, it has nothing dealing with its fucking... I thought so. I read it and I forgot. It has nothing to do with its dragon. Inside of its stats block. Its stat block. That's such an injustice to the Red Dragon and to the Supreme Commander. You should have put those stats next to it, or even made it its own monster, like GithYanki Red Dragon or something like that. So, I don't know what, but you could have done that. So, why didn't I do that? Because I'm lazy. I didn't want to do it. It's not my job. I can give you the stats on the Red Dragon eventually. I can make the creature GithYanki's Red Dragon. I can do that, I guess. So, let's just get into it, alright, because I'm obviously getting off subject. So, it's a medium humanoid, Gith, lawful evil. It's an AC of 18, plate mail. Hit point average of 187, 22 d8 plus 88, and a speed of 30 feet. I gave it a flight speed of the normal Red Dragon because I didn't have stats on me. So, whatever the flight speed of the Red Dragon is, please look it up and then you'll find it. It's a strength of 19 plus 4, dexterity of 17 plus 3, constitution of 18 plus 4, intelligence of 16 plus 3, wisdom of 16 plus 3, and a charisma of 18 plus 4. The saving throws are constitution plus 9, intelligence plus 8, and a wisdom plus 8. So let me look at that. I think it's a plus 5 for proficiency bonus. Its skills are insight plus 8, intimidation plus 9, and perception plus 8. It has a passive perception of 18. It speaks only Gith. It has a challenge rating 14, 11,500 XP. What was the other one? Challenge rating what? 12. So this one's a fucking 14. It's 2 higher. That's incredible. It has innate spellcasting, psionic specifically, and the GithYanki's innate spellcasting ability is intelligence. Its spell save DC is 16, and it's a plus 8 to hit with spell attacks. It can innately cast the following spells requiring no components. At will, Mage Hand. The hand is invisible, like the last group, or the last one. It's specifically invisible. I don't know why, but it's just, you can't see the hand. 3 times a day, it knows jump, levitate on itself only, misty step, and non-detection on itself only, so a little bit more than the last one. And once a day, it knows Big B's hand, mass suggestion, plane shift, and telekinesis, so it knows 2 more than the, what was it? I just did it, the Kithrak. And it has multi-attack. It can make 2 great sword attacks. I am wrong, I'm sorry, misspoke. And its greatsword is a silver, it says silver for a reason, silver greatsword. It's a melee weapon attack, plus 12 to hit, reach of 5 feet, 1 target only, average 14, 2d6 plus 7 slashing damage, plus 17 average, 5d6 psychic damage. On a critical hit against a target in the astral body, pardon me, as with the astral projection spell, GithYanki can cut the silvery cord that tethers the target to its material body instead of dealing damage. You don't want to be lost in the astral plane. I wouldn't want to be lost in the astral plane. That sounds terrifying. If I think the astral plane is like how it was in the X-Men Legends game, that sounds like a horror type of thing. Fuck that. Didn't want to be in that in the first place. Not gonna lie, that scared me as a kid. Kind of scares me now. No thank you. I can only imagine the D&D universe is just way worse. The D&D universe has just such scary things. It has zombies, for fuck's sake. And I'm not even scared of zombies, but I just imagine zombies are terrifying as fuck. D&D is just terrifying. No one would want to go outside. No one would want to be an adventurer. It has reactions. It has a parry reaction, just like the Kithrak. And the GithYanki adds a +5 instead of a +4. It's 5 to its AC against one melee attack that would hit. To do so, the GithYanki must see the attacker and wielding a weapon, a melee weapon. So it can't just use a bow and wah. Nah, it's got to be a melee weapon. Okay, so it has legendary actions. The GithYanki can take up to 3 legendary actions. Choosing from the options below, only one legendary action can be used at a time, and only at the end of another creature's turn. The GithYanki regains spent legendary actions at the start of its turn. Attack. 2 actions spent. The GithYanki makes a greatsword attack. Command ally, 1. The GithYanki targets one ally it can see within 30 feet of it. If the target can see or hear the GithYanki, the target can make 1 melee weapon attack using its reaction and has advantage on the attack roll. Okay, it's really good. It's really good. I kind of like that because it's doing that really unheard of ability of making it have advantage in, well, not really rare for that, but letting it be able to attack as a reaction and then giving that advantage is really rare. I don't know anything that can do that besides this. I mean, maybe pack tactics mixed with having probably Sentinel. Yeah, Sentinel, I believe, does that. So I think that would be the only one I know of that could possibly do that. It knows teleport. The GithYanki magically teleports, along with any equipment that it is wearing or carrying to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of it. It also becomes insubstantial until the start of its next turn. While insubstantial, it can move through other creatures and objects as if it was difficult terrain. If it ends its turn inside an object, it takes 16 3d10 force damage and is moved to the nearest unoccupied space. So I don't know why it's different for this one. It's more like a astral projection rather than a teleport. I don't understand it, but hey, that's what it is. So yeah, that is the GithYanki Supreme Commander. Hold on, there's something on my paper. Okay, now here's the abilities that I gave it. I gave it the Dragon Steed, so basically it can move the Red Dragon's flight speed. I gave it the Fire Dragon's breath weapon attack, so look up the stats on that. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. I feel like it'd be really useful to have, because if you're going to have a Red Dragon, the Red Dragon's going to have a turn. It's going to have a turn. I gave it, as a legendary action, it can use a Dragon's Breath for 2 actions, that is. It can move with the Red Dragon, so either the flight speed or its walk speed for 1 action. And I gave it an ability that costs all 3 legendary actions called Flyby. So basically, the dragon would swoop down, and for 60 feet, it would breathe its fire weapon, or its fire breath, in a 60-foot line, 20 feet wide, dealing damage to all of those in that area. So what you would imagine a dragon would actually do, like if you play Skyrim, you can see the dragon swooping down and breathing fire and then going back up. It's not very well animated, but you get the idea from that, and I'm sure you get the idea in general from what I'm speaking about. But yeah, that's what I imagine for that ability. So I imagine, you know, you're getting attacked by the GithYanki Supreme Commander, and then it just looks up and it sees a dragon coming through and it's about to fucking bite you or some shit, and he just backs up a smidge and he just smiles, and you're just like about to go in for an attack, and then you just feel this raking as you're getting picked up in the air and soaring off into God knows where, because you're in limbo, and I don't know what limbo is like in D&D. So it's probably smart if I start reading up on limbo, considering the fact I'm on the Gith now. So yeah. Anyways, stop rambling. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the GithYanki Supreme Commander, even though I didn't read it, surprisingly. I just glanced at my paper for no reason. And I almost messed it up and called it the GIF, believe it or not. But please leave a like and subscribe as I bring you more D&D content into the future. Please hit that bell notification button as I bring more videos to you. Hopefully some tomorrow. I'm going to try to. If not, then I'm going to definitely pick up back up Friday. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm going to try and do it early in the morning before my girlfriend wakes up. That way it's beneficial to me, just so I can get them done and upload them throughout the day. It's just better that way for me, so I can get my stuff finished. And then, yeah, please leave a comment down below on what you would like to see from us, and that's it. Thank you. Ciao.